Stand at the front of your mat, both hands to the belly. Breathe in and breathe out. And find your place in your mind. Find your place in your heart. Our intention is to teach ourselves to settle, to calm down as we flow through this sequence of poses that will help us half bind. Now, both hands come behind you to your lower back, just above the glutes here, like you're about to give a salute. Stand tall as you do this. Now pull that right hand towards the left side of the body. The hand can grab onto the left arm's biceps, or you can interlace your fingers and pull both hands to the left side of the body. So both hands are clasping together. If not, you're pulling on the bicep and you're still standing tall. Toes are spread here. Make sure your feet are about hip width apart. Inhale, both hands to the lower back. Lower your hands down to the ground as you back bend. Reach hands down as you look up. Maybe the hands are together, maybe they're at the lower back, palms to the lower back, maybe fingers facing up or down. And then release and bring both hands to the right side. So the left hand is being pulled to the right, maybe grasping onto the right arm's bicep, or fingers in the lace, pulling it closer. Again, inhale, pull the hands down the center of the body, down towards the ground as you back bend, look up. Teach your body to be still here. Be still within your mind. Again, releasing that hold, pulling the hands down. Go ahead and interlace your fingers again and pull the hands to the left side of the body again. Releasing, hands shooting down the center of the body towards the ground. Take your deep, fulfilling inhale. As you push your belly button out, the diaphragm pushes down. And on the exhale, you release this. Diaphragm pushes up, belly button pushes in towards the spine as the hands go to the right side of the body. Be still. Teach yourself that I can be calm physically so I can be calm mentally. Hands shoot down the center of the body, towards the back, towards the ground, back bend, look up. Keep the gaze somewhere up. Inhale, hands circle up to the sky. And exhale, come into a forward fold smoothly into halfway lift. Hands down, step both feet to the back of the mat. Lower knees, chest, chin. Now the hands from here are underneath your shoulders. Push your heart up and forward, but push the pelvis into the ground. The mind remains still as you shift your way into Child's Pose. You can stay here, knees open wide or not, or push yourself up right into Down Dog, your upside down V. Shoulders roll back towards the hips, and the hips are rising as high as they can go, while your heels, the heels of the feet, they descend. And you can walk your Down Dog out, bending one knee, bending the other knee if you want, or you can find stillness. Remember, the intention of this practice is to find stillness, whatever that means for you. Teach yourself that you can be calm physically, which means you can be calm mentally. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, and step to the front of the mat into halfway lift. Next, exhale, forward fold, maybe grabbing onto the legs. Bend your knees, round yourself into a standing extended Tadasana. Inhale, hand circle up. And exhale, swan dive all the way down into your forward fold. Legs are a little straighter here. Halfway lift, spine extends. And exhale, hands down, bend your knees, step both feet to the back into plank pose. Lower all the way down or into upward facing dog, which means arms are long, hands underneath the shoulders still. From here, shift yourself into Child's Pose or right into Down Dog, lifting your hips up. Toes are spread, fingers are spread, and hands are about shoulder width apart. Knees down to make any adjustments necessary. But eventually, you will find stillness in your Down Dog. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees deep, step or safely hop to the front of the mat into halfway lift. Hips are pointing to the back. Exhale, fold again at the waist. Reach your hands up as you stand. Inhale. Exhale, come on right back down into a fold. We're moving. From forward fold or halfway lift, hands down, bend the knees, step both feet to the back, lower knees, chest, chin, or lower halfway 90 degrees with the elbows. No matter what you're doing, tops of the toes into the mat, push the hands into the ground. Upward facing dog, arms are long. Shoulders are not squeezing into the neck. Next exhale, down dog or child's pose. And teach yourself to be still. Go ahead and fix your hair, fix your clothes, fix whatever you need, walk it out, and then eventually you find no movement. This helps you focus more. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees deep, deep, deep. Step, 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 or hop to the front. Don't be afraid to hop if you can do it. Step into your halfway lift, legs are long, and exhale. Maybe you can hug your calf muscles as you fold this time. Reach up to the sky as you stand, inhale. Reach back down as you fold, exhale. Legs are long, arms are long, and halfway lift. Hands down, bend the knees, step, step back into plank pose. Lower all the way or halfway. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, find stillness in your mind as you flow like water into down dog. You see, as you move, you begin to find more muscular stillness, physical stillness, which means the more that you move and exercise your body, the more that you can be calm physically. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, and once all of the air is out, hop or step to the front of the mat and go into your fold, hinging at your waist, chest coming towards the thighs. Rise to a stand on your next inhale and hands in prayer in front of the heart. Now, let's begin our heated portion of the sequence. Hands on the hips, step the right foot back. We're going to enter into a warrior two. So let's set the hips right here. That back heel is in line with that front heel, and the back toes are pointing out at an angle diagonally. The front toes are facing completely forward. Remember, all toes are spread. And then the arms will come parallel to the mat. Bending that front knee so that the front knee is above the ankle and that back leg is long. It is long, okay? There's no struggle in the breath. The ins and the outs, the inhales and the exhales are matched. So if your inhales are 5 seconds, make your exhales 5 seconds. But focus more on the exhale. This will calm your nervous system. Shoulders relax here. Your gaze is over the middle finger of that front hand, okay? Slowly straighten the front leg, slide the front hand down the front leg, or include a block in here. We're entering triangle pose. So the back leg stays as it is, long. The back toes kind of point a little more inward, maybe outward. You might have to test this out for your own body. Inhale, enter right back into warrior two. Now for some of us, we can walk that front foot forward a little more. We can drop the hips a little more. The back heel is stamped. The outside of that back foot is stamped. Everything is firm in that back foot. The back foot is really what holds you for the rest of the body in this warrior two. You can even flip the palms so that the palms are facing upward. Roll your shoulders back and then flip the palms back down. Front leg straightens again using the block or not, coming into triangle pose. The left hip will kind of move back and the right hip would move forward. Try to do that without moving the legs. This time, the top arm can come parallel to the ground, which means palm is facing down, fingers shooting forward. Releasing your triangle, simply bending your front knee, and the arms come back parallel to the mat here. Now, stay here or go deeper with the hips. Let gravity drop your hips a little further, which means walk that front foot forward a little bit more if necessary. Straighten the front leg, triangle pose, top arm over the top ear, or send that top hand so low so that it can reach towards that front foot. Still triangle, but it's a deep side bend here. Take your time releasing triangle. Now, half bind here. Bring that top hand on top of the left thigh and then go into warrior two again, bending in the front knee. You can grab onto the hands, interlacing the fingers, pulling it to the side as we were doing at the beginning of this practice, or just simply let that right hand rest to the outside of the left thigh, maybe on top, and then straighten the left arm forward like you're doing warrior. Palm can face up or down, it doesn't matter. I have my palm facing up because that's better for my shoulder, so check and see what's better for your shoulder. Keep that right hand in a half bind as you enter triangle again. You may need a block here. If not, test your might and your stillness. Extend that left hand forward so that the palm is facing up, arm is parallel to the mat. Find your triangle here. Back foot is stamped firmly, and watch your breath. Teach yourself to be patient. bringing yourself into Warrior 2 again, reverse your warrior. Keep the half bind and the top arm will go over the top ear. You're simply bending back, slight side bend. Legs are still Warrior 2 and that front knee stays above the ankle. Release your reverse warrior, come right back into triangle pose. Top arm down. This time, arm can shoot forward as we were doing before, or full bind. Left hand comes under the left thigh to interlace the fingers of the right hand, or to touch the fingers, or to just touch that thigh, but bring it underneath that left thigh and shift yourself right back into Warrior 2. Be still and be silent. If you feel you need to move a little bit, shift where you need to shift and eventually stop moving. Literally stop moving. That helps your focus. That helps you calm your mind as well. Release the bind, hands down, both feet to the back of the mat, into plank pose. Next exhale, lower all the way or halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Push the heart out as the shoulders roll back and down. And exhale, down dog. Hips lift up, heels down. Once you find your place in down dog, take a quick breath in and out. And then step the right foot between the hands, lower into a lunge. And let's wingspan that front leg out. So walk the right foot over to the right a little bit and then turn the foot over onto the side so that you're lifting the inside of that foot. So the bottom of the right foot is facing the left wall and you're kind of pushing that right knee out, stretching the inner growing, the inner thigh muscles here. Try not to push the knee too far out. Don't overstretch. Release that. Simply straighten the front leg. Left hip is now over the left knee. And simply straighten the arms, fingertips into the mat, framing that front foot for half split here, but you're not going to fold over that leg. Coming to a sitting position now. Legs out in front of you and recline. You're now laying on your back fully. Pull the knees in towards the chest and you can rock side to side to side. We're about to enter some core work and this is a necessity to maintain your Warrior 2s. So straighten the legs up to the sky or bend the knees where they need to bend if you need to bend them. Fingertips behind the ears or arms out behind you, hovering above the mat. Inhale. Exhale, lower the right leg, hover it above the mat, reach the arms forward. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, reach the arms to the outside of the left leg. Inhale, reach back. Switch legs. Exhale, reach forward. The leg is between the arms. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, reach to the outside of that long leg, the right leg. Inhale, reach back, switch legs. Exhale, reach forward, squeeze your core. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, reach to the outside of the left leg. Inhale, reach back. You see where we're going with this? Exhale, reach forward, core squeezes at the lower. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, come to the outside with the arms. Reach back on the inhale, switch legs. Exhale, reach forward. And that bottom leg, it can bend. The foot can snap. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, reach to the outside. Inhale, reach back, switch. Exhale, reach forward. You're feeling some heat build up in the core area. I know you do. Inhale, reach back, and then exhale, reach to the outside. Inhale, reach back again. Switch legs. Arms forward on the exhale. Inhale, arms back. Arms forward on the exhale to the outside. Inhale, arms back, switch legs. Again, arms forward, exhale. Inhale, reach back. Exhale to the outside. Remember, you can bend that bottom leg. Inhale, reach back. And then both legs up, both knees hug in towards the chest. Rocking side to side to side to side. And then eventually you'll roll back and forth until you make your way right back into plank pose. Once you find your place in plank, use your core to lift yourself up a little more and then push your hips right back to down dog. You can enter child's pose if you'd like. Take a deep inhale through your nose. You may exit out the mouth. And eventually, next inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, and exhale everything out as you step or hop to the front into halfway lift, flowing to a forward fold. Legs are a little straighter here. Inhale, reach up to the sky, extend it to Tadasana. And on the next exhale, bring your hands in prayer. Don't you feel stronger now? That core work did something to you, didn't it? Hands on hips, step the left foot to the back. We're going to enter Warrior 2. This time, you may be facing the camera, maybe not, depending on how you situated your mat. But we're going to switch over to Warrior 2 on the other side. So the right foot is forward, left leg is back, left leg is long. Just like you did on the right side, we're doing it on the left. That right knee is above the right ankle. Both arms parallel to the mat now. You can open them one by one if you'd like. Settle the hips. Push the hips forward a little bit towards the side that the hips are facing. So if you're opening up towards the camera, push your hips towards the camera just a little bit. Don't move the knees, don't move the feet. This is a subtle hip engagement here. Tailbone will shoot down as you push those hips towards the direction that is facing. Your shoulders are allowed to relax. Your neck is allowed to extend up. And you're allowed to drop deeper. Teach yourself that it's okay. Go to where you feel comfortable and then take it a step further. Right arm down, left arm up, triangle pose. Back toes may need to face in a little bit more to help. Maybe you may need to walk the right foot over to the right, left foot over to the left to balance a little further. Enter right back into Warrior 2. Just simply bend in that front knee. Remember that back leg is long and it remains long. You're using the whole back foot to stabilize the rest of the body. Your gaze is unmoving. Find a place over the hand and don't move your gaze. Next, exhale, go right back into triangle. Right arm on a block or not. Fingers are spread. Top arm, which is the left arm, goes over the ear and your gaze is down, sideways, or maybe up towards the armpit. Feel strong in this triangle. Release yourself right back into Warrior 2 and flow with your breath. Inhales and exhales are equal to each other. Check that back foot, check the front foot, check everything on the body. The back hand is leveled with the front hand. You're taking up width and space with your arms in this Warrior 2. And exhale right back into triangle, but find a very deep side stretch in this triangle. So the top arm, the left arm, will reach towards the right toes. See how deep you can go with this side stretch. Use the front knee and the front thigh muscles to transition right back into Warrior 2. Adjust the feet as needed. Make sure that front knee is not too far behind the heel. Now, half bind, left arm on top of the right thigh, right arm shoots forward, palm facing down or up. Remember that the left hand doesn't have to fully half bind. It can just stay to the outside of the right thigh. And wherever that hand is, move right into triangle, straightening the front leg. Keep a bobbly, small, slight micro-inch bend in that front knee so you're not locking it. From here, that right arm can shoot forward in the triangle parallel to the mat. Everything is cool, everything is fine. You're on the right track. Bend in the front knee, come back into Warrior 2, half bind, and then reverse that warrior. Top arm goes over that ear. You're looking up. It doesn't have to be straight up. Just make sure you give yourself a good side bend, back bend. Hold the core in. That core work definitely is helping this Warrior 2 this time. Triangle pose again. Keep that half bind if you can. Maintain that arm parallel to the mat or full bind. Bring in the right hand underneath the right thigh to interlace the fingers with the left hand, or just have the hands come in close contact with each other. They don't have to interlace here. But wherever you are with the arms, they don't even have to have a full bind here. But wherever you are with the arms, go right back into Warrior 2. Now, if you're full binded here, this is definitely putting in some shoulder work, some bicep work, definitely helping you to maintain that stability with the front leg. And then everyone releases, hands down. Coming right back into plank pose, find your way to step that foot back. And exhale, lower all the way or 90 degrees into upward facing dog or baby cobra, tops of the feet pressing firmly. Exhale, hips shoot up and back like a smooth one into down dog. Next, exhale, step the left foot between the hands, lower the back knee, walk the back knee up however much you need to, and then wingspan that left knee out. So you're going to push the left knee out towards the left, which means you're rolling over to the outside of that left foot. The bottom of the left foot is facing the right wall now, as you can see what I'm doing here. And you don't have to have your left arm long, pushing the knee out like that. You don't have to go far. Come into half splits, simply straightening that front leg, looking forward towards those toes, and your right hip is above the right knee. You can stamp the back toes if you need to, but feel a good stretch on the underbelly of that left leg. Lowering the forehead towards the toes, not really towards the shin. And then eventually, you'll come down to a sitting position, and once again, let's recline. Let's get back into the core, into that soul work. Hug the knees in towards each other, rocking side to side to side. Send your awareness to the core this time. Straighten the legs up to the sky, cross one ankle over the other, it doesn't matter which one. Hands extend behind you or fingertips towards the back of the ears. Exhale, extend the arms forward. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, bend the knees, forehead towards the knees. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, extend the arms to the outside of that front leg, whichever one is crossed in front, and switch legs. Exhale, bring the arms forward. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, fingertips behind the ears, bend the knees, forehead to the knees. Inhale, arms extend back. Exhale, arms to the outside of that front leg. Inhale, switch legs, reach back. Exhale, reach forward with the arms, shoulder blades off the mat. Exhale, next time bend the knees, fingertips behind the ears. Inhale, arms reach back. Exhale, arms to the outside of the front leg, switch legs, arms reach back. Exhale, reach forward, shoulder blades lift. And the next exhale, bend the knees, fingertips behind the ears, pull forward. Inhale, reach back. Exhale to the outside with your arms. Inhale, reach back, switch legs. Exhale, reach forward. Use your core, use your mental real estate. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, bend the knees, forehead to the knees. Inhale, reach back. Exhale to the outside with the arms. Inhale, reach back, switch legs. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, fingertips behind the ears. Exhale, give yourself a good crunch. Inhale, reach the arms back or keep the fingers where they are. Exhale, arms to the outside of the front leg, switch ankles. Exhale again, reach the arms forward. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, bend the knees to the forehead. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, arms to the outside of the front leg. Inhale, reach back, switch legs. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, come back. Exhale, bend the knees, forehead to knees. Inhale, reach back. Shoulder blades off the mat. As you exhale, bring the arms to the outside of the front leg. Inhale, reach back. And bend the knees, uncross the ankles, and rock yourself side to side. Wonderful job. You are so accomplished. You are amazing. You are absolutely powerful and grand in every way. Begin to rock yourself back and forth until you come into a sitting position. Once you find your place, extend the right foot forward and then bend the left knee so that the left foot comes towards the back wall. So the left heel is kind of grazing that left glute and that right leg is long. Make sure the right toes are pointing up. Take a deep inhale as you extend your arms forward towards the foot, and exhale, begin to fold, 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 or simply keep your spine extended, bringing the chin close to the toes as close as it can, but your gaze stays forward. Now, if you don't want that to happen, if you rather fold, then that means your forehead is going to come somewhere towards the thigh or the shin. And breathe. Release the forward fold. Keep the left hand on the foot to the outside of that foot, grabbing onto it. Right palm to the lower back, fingers facing up or down, probably facing down. And just do a slight revolve here, looking towards the right wall. You're not going to go too far. Definitely not going to go too far because that left leg is in half hero. And from here, this is an option. You don't have to do this, but I'm showing you an option. To release, you can lean back, bend the right knee, stamp the right foot into the mat, bring the elbows to the ground, hands are to the lower back, and you're leaning back with the head. You don't have to go all the way back with the gaze, looking at the back wall. You can still look up. That's just an extra option for those who'd like to release that pose like that. Come back up into a sitting position, extend the left foot forward. Right leg is in half hero, which means bend the right knee. The right foot is coming to the right side of the body, grazing that left glute, the left hip, or the right glute, right hip. And begin to fold over that left leg. Very straight leg, though not too straight to where you're locking the knee. This is going to be subtle. Only you can tell whether your leg is as straight as it can be with a subtle bend. And fold where you can fold. Inhale deeply, stay in your fold. Exhale out the mouth. And go back to regular breathing in and out the nose with your lips sealed, teaching yourself patience. Releasing your fold, right arm to the outside of the left foot, grabbing onto that foot. Left palm to the lower back, looking somewhere to the left. You're holding your spine upright as much as it can be because the hand is holding onto the foot, so there's going to be a slight bend towards that foot. And release everything and flip over so that you're now laying on your stomach. Your legs are extended behind you, coming into Sphinx Pose. Resting the elbows into the mat. Bend both knees so that you can grab onto the ankles here. Take a deep inhale. And on the next exhale, push the ankles back, but do your best to keep the thighs on the mat, which means pelvis remains on the mat. You're pushing your whole, from the belly button to the knees. That area is being pushed into the mat as you pull your ankles back. On the next exhale, release the forehead down, but if you can, hold on to the feet, maybe the ankles, depending on how flexible you are, pulling the heels in towards the glutes. Now this time, grab the inside of your ankle. So if you grab the outside and pull back, this time grab the inside of the ankles and pull the ankles back, which means the heart will lift, but your belly button does its best to remain on the mat. Your gaze is forward somewhere. And release everything down. Release the hands from your ankles. Release the tension, release the stress, release the flurry of any thoughts, and find rest in a child's pose or Shavasana. You may do either, it doesn't matter. I decided to do a child's pose with my knees open wide, and I just wanted to sit here in this. This may be your version of a Shavasana. It doesn't matter. Just find a pose that works for you and rest. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, winkle your nose, shake your eyebrows a little bit, wrinkle the forehead, pull your ears up towards the top of the head and then down. Wake your body up slowly, fulfilling each inhale and exhale with an intentional fullness. Slowly wake your body. For those in Shavasana, begin to roll over to one side. Either side, it doesn't matter. Pulling the knees in towards the chest and lay down on your arm. For those in Child's Pose, stay here or begin to rise up into a sitting position. Eventually, we all make our way to a seat. I'm sitting on my heels. You may do the same with the block underneath, or you can sit completely on your glutes, cross-legged. Doesn't matter. Find your intention again, which is to be your own teacher, to teach yourself patience, to teach yourself, and to move slow, to take your time in your self-curriculum. Release yourself from all that does not serve you in mind, body, and spirit. And we say Ashe, Ashe, all the namastes, and Ashe.